Welcome back. We are joined by guests talking about several different works being done under the Belize project. We are joined this morning by Kenroy Young. He is the National Youth Director for Restore Small Groups Belize, as well as the Marketing and Public Relations Personnel for the Hope Gala Executive Committee. Also joining us is Ruth Williams in the middle. She is the chairlady for the Belize project, as well as Mr. Marlon Baptist. He's a senior facilitator representing Restore Small Groups Belize. Guys, thanks so much for joining us, and welcome back for some of you, actually.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure having you guys here. So there are several projects that we can dive into right now under the Belize project, or several ministries, I guess I should say. Let's talk about the Belize project, what it seeks to achieve as an organization, and then we can narrow down to some of the other ministries.
Good morning. Thank you all for having us here today. Good morning to the audience out there in Belize. The Belize project was founded in 2008. It originated from a passion and a drive by Mr. Ishmael Valleos from the Corozal district, and one of our visiting missionaries from the USA, Mr. Matt Kelton. They started Jacob's Rehabilitation Farm because they wanted to give back to men who had struggles with addiction, substance abuse, and those who have lost their way in life, challenges. You know, all of us struggle with challenges at times in our life, and they're overwhelming, and sometimes we don't know how to cope with them. So Mr. Matt Kelton and Mr. Ishmael Valleos farmed Jacob's Farm in 2005, and from Jacob's Farm and that initiative that birthed the Belize project in 2008, and this year will be 17 years that the Belize project has been doing ministry work and projects giving back to the community in Belize. And we have 6 board members to date. Miss Ruth Williams here is our chair lady. We have our vice chairman, Mr. Norman Willasey. He's out of the country at the moment. We have Miss Beverly Pook, who is the new secretary of the board. She came on last year as the new secretary. Mr. Andrew Agas, who is a member, and Mr. Ishmael Valleos, who is one of the founder of the Belize project.
Yes. Several initiatives coming out.
Or treasurer, Mr. Mario Castellanos, sorry.
Not to forget Mr. Castellanos, very important to bring in the monies. But I remember the work, or I remember one of the significant ministries from the Belize project being the Rehabilitation Center. We've been able to highlight Jacob's Rehabilitation Farm Center on our news. We also spoke about your individual connections to the Jacob's Farm as well, which I think is incredibly inspiring. We don't have enough time to highlight that really, but let's speak about the many ways and the many lives that people have been impacted through these ministries, from Jacob's Farm to the Halfway House to the Kobe Foundation that you guys are also actively involved in, and then the gala that we look forward to on an annual basis as well. The last time you were here, we were talking about the annual gala.
Ms. Ruth, would you like to share on the ministries?
Okay, one of the ministries I'd like to share on is well, as you know, we go the Kobe Foundation, and then we have a humongous graduation, and then if those boys or young men, or would like, when they come out, they can go to the rehab center, or now we have Believe in Them, Halfway House. They can go there, you know, for them to be introduced back to society, because some of them have been in there for quite a while, and then when they come out, it's strange. It's like, you know, it's a strange feeling for them. But my main thing is the schools. We are we do in, like, I think 6 schools in Belize City. We do ACC, we do Gwen Liz, right?
We
that was on board
last year.
Yeah, Gwen Liz, Mad Williams, Sid Vernon, Excelsior, Tubal, and we have 2 more that are on board from IT Vet, and the boys' friend.
Belize Friends School.
Yeah.
So the collaboration of the institutions as well as the Kobe Foundation is an opportunity to share resources with persons there. Yes, I believe one of the resources that is used is the Journey to Freedom book.
Yes, ma'am.
And through that, which is, it's actually several books, there's a graduation process that's
After
concluding
each,
it
yes,
after
after each,
Talk about that, the importance of highlighting a journey to freedom and what that means coming from the Belize Project.
Mr. Baptiste, he's a senior facilitator.
Okay, good morning. As a senior facilitator doing the Journey to Freedom for the past 7 years, we started with the high schools, and it is amazing knowing how we can reach out to these teenagers. They're going through so much, and coordinating with the programs within the schools, and we have that sacred space that we can share. They open up to things that is bothering them, and as an experienced person, I can understand what they're going through. And I have seen a lot of changes within these men and boys in the high school. They graduated, some of them graduated successfully from Tobal, Wesley College, Youth Hostel, because we were part of Youth Hostel that do the breakout with the Youth Hostel. Some of them fight against the changes, but in the beginning of the program, they don't really like it. But eventually, as the message is being presented and what we all stand for.
What's the message?
The message is hope and healing for a better nation, because then we have been so broken and being discouraged. We come from a dysfunctional family, and their lives are not the same. And as a person who has been transformed into that life of change, everything is possible through God. So we present this message of hope and healing, and they can have that hope that there is a betterment to life than to just see it how we want to see it.
How did you guys get involved with the Belize project? In terms of what drew you to be able to become a part of this outreach? Perhaps we could start with you.
For me, our global director, she's my friend, and I was always, because I'm a retired principal teacher, so he had spoken to you about Mr. McKelton from Nashville. He had come to our school, little multi-grade school in Santana Village, Science Park, and they had adopted us. So they had our feeding program going on right there, and that's how I met Mrs. Beverly Tati, and briefly. And then one time they had a fundraiser in Nashville, and Mr. McKelton had invited me, but for some reason he couldn't be there to pick me up from the airport, so he asked Bev to pick me up, and she got me, but I didn't remember her. But as she saw me, she was there, and I didn't remember her. And then I stayed with her for a couple of days, and then I went back with Mr. Mac, and we talked, and then I became a member. And like 1 year after I became a member, she asked me if I wanted to be the chairperson, the chairlady of the organization. So I said, I'm going to tell the truth. Yes, as long as you're there by my side, to back me up. And for 3 years now, I'm the chairperson. So that's how I got into it. It's from school, through the feeding program, and then.
What personal rewards or sense of satisfaction do you guys get from being able to play your part in society, especially when you're looking at, in your case, Mr. Baptiste, young men who are, or grown men for that matter, who are going through this particular journey?
That's a very good question. What I get from it is that we just got through a training last week, Saturday. What I get from it is that the passion to be of help. because the same help that was offered to me, I can give back. But I cannot give back what I don't have.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see how that lives can be transformed just by an encouragement, sharing your personal experiences and what you've been through. And these teenagers can adapt to what you have been through, and they can avoid what you have been through, such as using alcohol and drugs, because many people is heading in that direction. And now we have seen our teenagers go into prison, hospital, or the burial ground. And I always tell them, there's only 3 places we can go if we don't get a grip on our lives now, and if we as the experienced person doesn't try to hold our younger generation together. That's where they're going, either prison or the burial ground.
Yeah.
And it's a waste of life being in prison. It's very wasteful to be in prison, because there is nothing in prison that you will want to go and just waste your life. Spend 10 to 15 years of your life in prison. What do you achieve? Just programs are in the prison.
And you
Yeah.
can't get it back. Once that time has elapsed,
It's gone.
Can't get it back.
It's gone.
Kenroy, I really want for us to take an opportunity to highlight how this particular organization and the many ministries have also shaped your life in a way that you're able to now give back to young people as well as the National Youth Director.
Well, my journey with the Belize project and Restore Small Groups Belize started in the Belize Central Prison when I was serving a sentence. And when I went to prison, I thought I got a long sentence, 11 years, and the superintendent of the prison at that time, Tahira Ahmad, was taking a walk in the building where I lived, and I told her, I said, Miss Tahira, I can't take it in this building, you know, it's like 23 hours a day lockdown. I have some education, a little bit, I know I could be useful doing something outside of this cell. And she said, well, it doesn't work that way, young man. You'd have to go through programs because you're a convicted maximum security inmate. So you'd have to go through a rehabilitation programs first. Then from there, we could think about employment and skills training in the prison. And so I was like very rebellious at that time. Programs, I was like, no, man. I didn't come here for a program. I came here to serve my sentence.
Yeah.
And for a while, I had that rebellious part in me, didn't want to do the programs, and I was like, all right, after 6 months, I relented because I see she wasn't going to give me a job serving an 11-year sentence. So I said, okay, I'll go to the program, and I did the main program in the prison, which was at the Ashcroft Rehabilitation Center, the ARC. I went there and I did my 3 months, and in that 3 months, dramatic changes happened in my life and in the way to charter a new way how I think, because many of the decisions that I made that were negative was because of the thought patterns that I had and the core beliefs that I had about myself and the way I viewed the world. So it was a very tumultuous time in that 90 days at ERC. It's a very intense program at that time when I was doing it in 2012 under the then director, Mr. Juan Vega. And man, me and him even had physical altercations because of my rebelliousness in the program. But because of his teachings and because of his care for men to literally change, and the impact that Mr. Woods wanted to make on Belize with the programs in Colby, I said, you know something, I will settle myself, I will take the program, and I will just school out and stop being rebellious. And just saying that in my mind, I practiced it and I let it go and it released. And then from there, my entire, practically nearly about 9 years out of my sentence, I worked off and on in the rehabilitation section of the prison, in the school system at the prison, and in the programs. And the programs started to transform the way I think, the way how I operated, change my behaviors, and allowed me to take a different view on life and I joined the Journey to Freedom program in prison that is offered by the Belize Project and Restore Small Groups. And that's when the impact came in the Journey to Freedom program to do more for others. I became a facilitator after being an intern, and I worked my way up in the prison from being a first-time facilitator to senior facilitator to program coordinator under this then CEO, Mrs. Tara Blanco, for rehabilitation and education in the prison. And I continued working with others in other departments of the rehabilitation. And today, upon my release from prison, I was working at the LIU. And because of the great work that I was doing with the LIU as the social media ambassador for their sporting programs, Ms. Beverly Tati, the global director from Nashville, Tennessee for Restore Small Groups International, she remembered me because I reached out to her a day talking to her about something, and she said, Kenroy, would you like to be a facilitator for Journey to Freedom in Belize? And I was like, that wasn't on my card.
Imagine that full circle
Yes.
moment though. I have goosebumps under my sleeves.
That wasn't on my card to be a facilitator out here.
Yeah.
And you know, the first thing flashing my mind was, how much would I make?
Money.
You know, but then she taught me, and then I learned and I thought about it. It's not about the money. It's about the passion that I have to do what I do.
Yeah.
I've been facilitating off and on in the prison for 9 years. Then I've been doing it out here since I've been released for the past 3 years. So you would say, me and Mr. Baptist, you would say we're products of what the efforts and the Belize Project want to spread across Belize in awareness of bringing healing and hope. Because you ask him, what's the message?
Yeah.
And there are a lot of us walking around and we lack hope to believe in another day. And a lot of us wear masks and we're really not, we put on the mask that we're happy, but inside we're hurting and we have so many pains and anguish. And the Belize Project's program, the main aspect of our program, where we focus on the rehabilitation and reintegration back into society for men and women, that's the key part, and giving them love. Because I've learned something. You can do all the programs, you can facilitate them, you can take them as an intern, but those who are broken inside and looking for more, it's all about love, you know. A lot of people were neglected by love. I've always asked some of my male students, when last have you received a hug from your dad, or you hugged your dad? Raise your hand. And that's like 1 out of 30 would raise their hand so many times. So when I'm there with them in these sessions, I try to share love with them and have them know that I am there for them. I will go the extra mile, or more than the extra mile, 10 miles, to help someone, because a pastor taught me in prison that don't you give up, because God didn't give up on you, so don't give up on others. And I've been through a lot, so knowing what I've been through and what I put others through, and they still show me love at the age where I am today and never turned on me, because you know the saying is like, I could put you out in the cold and turn my back on you. No one ever did that to me. God always sent destiny helpers along the way to restore my faith, restore my healing, and restore my happiness.
That's such a powerful testimony, Kenroy. Wow. I always get goosebumps whenever I hear you speak about what your journey to freedom in the metaphorical but also literal sense has looked like as well. I think it's such a beautiful story, and it's a perfect example of how the Belize Project is changing lives through the various ministries that they have as well. And so we're here to talk about some of the projects that are being funded by the gala that's coming up in August, and we
Yes.
will talk about that a little bit later on in the year as well. But you guys kind of highlighted some of the various ministries that need support, that needs funding for it to continue as well.
Yes.
If persons would like to support that, how can they do so?
Currently, we're on a drive doing solicitation. Miss Ruth here, the cheerleader, and some of the other members on our team, we're doing a solicitation drive for the Hope Gala. The Hope Gala is where the seed money comes from for majority of the programs that we sponsor, although we have pledges throughout the year from other persons and individuals and companies, and also from our partners in USA. And the Belize project, to get in contact with the office, it's located in the Pachacan village in the Corozal district. But our cheerleader here she's very mobile. She's all over the country. Miss Ruth is the real strength and the backbone of the Belize project or non-profit organization. You can reach out to telephone numbers 501-610-9345 or 501-636-8147, or you can email us at thebelizeproject2@gmail.com. And if you'd like to know more information than what we've shared here today, you can also visit our website at www.hopegala.bz.
All right, and as you can see, the flyer is on display there. We are talking about the Hope Gala as early as July for the upcoming date in October. You have enough time to put aside $10, I don't know, every payday, and you'll be able to have $100 in time for the Hope Gala. What can people expect when they go to this gala? Is it just simple entertainment and networking?
The main attraction at the Hope Gala is the testimonies.
Okay.
The live testimonies from those who have been involved in the various ministries that we serve at Colby Foundation, in the high schools, at Dorcas House.
Dorcas House is
a women's shelter.
Okay.
That we serve, a ministry that we serve. Also in BIT, the Believe in Them Halfway House, is now coming on board. Well, I've just received some great news from Mr. Baptist over there that they've received the Mennonites house that will be on the land situated for the opening of BIT. And also we serve...
there's Flourish 31 here as well.
Flourish 31 is one of our entrepreneurship partners. That's one of the businesses that received seed and grant money from the Belize project, because we do also believe in economic development and entrepreneurship. And Flourish 31 has really grown over the years that it's opened. It's really grown and expanded in the products that they're now making and offering. And also, it's not only about the products there from Flourish 31, it's about the impact it's making in the lives of the women who work within Flourish 31, giving them a sense of being and resiliency and independence to know that they're doing something. They were once broken, they were once misguided, but now they're here with purpose, producing products that are on sale.
Amazing.
Yeah, what they make, you know, the jeans, they cut the jeans and they make handbags from it, and they also they buy these white tennis shoe, like what they use for carnival, and they paint it, and then they're selling it. It's a women's group.
All right.
It's headed by a female.
That project with the shoes at Flourish 31 is dubbed as Souls, as in shoe soles, for the soul.
Beautiful. This has been such a wonderful conversation. I'm so moved by the work that's being done through the Belize project, and I continue to commend you guys for sharing your testimonies, and using your stories to help other people as well. It's such a impactful, I think, job that's being done here, and I can't wait to see how it grows even further. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we hope to have you back a couple months from now to talk about Hope Gala again. Alrighty, don't go anywhere, guys. We have to take our final break, but I believe we still have some time to probably jump into a hot topic discussion. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.